Hey everybody, I thought I'd make a video outside. It's a nice day, and I'm going to show some more Beatles vinyl finds that I got. And this has to be the end for a while as far as going to record stores, because financially I'm really tapped, and I was tapped before I got these records, and I really shouldn't have bought them. What happened was, if you saw my last Beatles finds video recently, I had gone into my favorite record store. He had just acquired a lot of bootlegs from somebody's collection, and I bought a couple of them, and unbeknownst to me, he had more in the back that he didn't put out yet. And I told him I wasn't going to be in for about a week, or at least a week, so I think he felt it was safe to put about 10 more bootlegs out on the shelves, because he didn't expect to see me for a while. And the record store owner there he's a nice guy. He also wants to try to save me money, you know, even though he wants to make a sale. I think when he thinks I'm going to be gone for a while, when I'm strapped for money, I think he figures it's safe to put them out, because I'm not going to be in to be tempted. So it's a kind of a double-edged sword. On the one hand, I want to be able to buy the records. I want him to put them out when I'm there. But on the other hand, you know, if I don't have the cash, sometimes, you know, I appreciate that he thinks of me and tries to spare me the grief. Anyway, unbeknownst to him, instead of being out another week or two, I wound up going in the very next day, and he had these on the shelf. Now there were about, I don't know, at least 10 albums, 10 or more albums on the shelf. Out of the 10, I cherry-picked the best 6 that I wanted. I had to leave 4 behind, and here are the ones I got. The Beatles in Paris, 1965 concert. Even though the cover is from 1963, this is a 65 concert. Here's a bootleg called LS Bumblebee, which is a song that people always thought was the Beatles. It's not. It's a fake song. It's not a Beatles song. And neither is another one that sometimes crops up on these bootlegs called Peace of Mind, and another one called Have You Heard the Word. Those are not Beatles songs either. Here's one I really like the cover of. It's Paul McCartney in Scotland, 1973. I played this record, and there's a lot of unusual songs Paul does. He does The Mess, he does Wildlife, Big Barn Bed, and Denny Lane does a song, and you got Linda doing Seaside Woman. So this was an unusual concert and pretty cool. I like the picture of Paul here. I mean, you don't usually see Paul looking this scruffy. This is him looking his most like a bum, I would say, you know, with a beard and a little chubby. So I like the cover. Here's a John Lennon bootleg called Telecasts. This material was out on another album that's more common. It's got the other one has a nice color photo, good photo of John. This is a nice cover though, which is the main reason I bought it. It's kind of a duplicate. I bought it mostly for the cover. It's got stuff from the Mike Douglas show, the Dick Cavett show, live television performances. And here's another Paul McCartney, Paul and Linda. This is the James Paul McCartney television special from 1973, which I already have. And this is another one I'm afraid I bought mostly for the cover, and I especially like the back cover. I like the group photo on the back here. So, and here's the most important one here. This is an album that I really wanted for a long time. It's usually very expensive when I've seen it. This time it wasn't that expensive, and I had to pick it up because it was, you know, you have to act now. That's the whole reason why you don't go into the record stores. You don't go in because if you're like me, how is I going to go in, see these, and not get them? This is something I've been looking for a decent price for a long time, and I wasn't about to let it go. This is the Beatles, Sam Houston Coliseum in Texas, 1965, and I'm leaving it here for a long time because it's a nice cover, an alternate Butcher cover shot. And the back has a nice concert photo. This is the Beatles, not sounding that great on here, but still good to have. Quality's pretty good, the sound quality. It's a double album set. You got 2 shows, the afternoon and evening concert. So that's it for the records, but I wanted to just talk a little bit about what I was saying. You know, we've had videos before and discussions before and threads on what do you do to save money? What kind of money tricks do you do? I've always said stay out of the store. For me, I don't have the willpower, and frankly, it doesn't make sense if you walk into your favorite record shops and you see records that are going to disappear. You know, they're not going to be there. If you don't buy them now, you won't get a chance again. That's why it's better staying out of the store entirely, because what you don't know can't hurt you. And there's a story that goes along with these record purchases here. The day that I went into the record shop and bought these records, there was a man in there from Belgium, Belgian man, who has a record store where he is. And he comes to my guy's record store about 2 or 3 times a year to buy a lot of his stock. He buys the American stock and then sells it over where he is. And after I cherry-picked the 6 records I wanted, this guy went over and right after that took all the rest of the bootlegs and purchased them. Which just goes to show you my theory that if you see something you really want and you know it's a very rare item and it's not going to pop up again, you have to get it. You have to strike immediately or you're not going to get that opportunity again. And that's what I did, and I'm glad. If I had been 5 minutes late or a day late, these albums wouldn't have been there. That guy would have bought them up. So that's the good news. The bad news is that I am in dire straits again. I'm having some financial issues, but that's because I have a lot of records I'm buying, and I'm going to stop again. When I say I'm going to stop, I mean I'm going to stop going into my record stores. I'm still going to go to flea markets where I can get records for $1, $2, $3. But I'm not going to go into the record stores for at least the rest of July. I won't be back there till August at the earliest, and depending how things go, I may have to wait longer than that. Doesn't mean I'm not going to make videos. Lately I've been making quite a few videos, but it's because I've wanted to. And I've had things I wanted to show or things I wanted to talk about. But I assume the videos are going to start getting less through the rest of July. It all depends on, maybe there's a contest I want to enter. I'll make a video if I want to enter a contest. Or perhaps just have a discussion with somebody, maybe a discussion thread response. But maybe some flea market thrift store finds for cheap. But I'm not going to be going into my record store and buying, you know, more expensive and pricey albums. Hey, I succeeded in May, right? I stayed out of the store all through May and some of June. So here we go again. Thanks for watching, folks, and hope the sun stays out a while. It's going in and out here.